What are you looking at?
Two to one she makes, and the dandy doesn't.
You can't afford a bet.
Please step aside.
Make me. Excuse me.
They got her. Man out.
Please step up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Come on. We gotta get back to the boat.
I wonder who he is.
I don't know, but don't you think he deserves a reward?
I don't think he's the kind of man who'd be interested in money.
How can you tell?
You meet a man like that, uncomplicated, basic. You just know.
Half the hold and 2/3 of the passenger cabin's empty. If we should be lucky enough to pick up our usual quota of passengers in Vicksburg, we ought to only lose $500 this trip.
Well, any orders?
No orders. Just stand by.
Well, it's 15 minutes to sailing time. If we're going to get moving, I got to have steam.
Just stand by. I know what time it is.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear something?
Unless maybe it's Gabriel's horn sounding for the Enterprise.
Oh, there, look.
Of addressing the ship's master?
Not quite, but you're close. You have the honor of addressing the ship's chief engineer, sir.
Oh, and where would I find the ship's master?
Right here. I'm Captain Gray Holden of the Enterprise. This is my partner and pilot, Mr. Blake.
How do you do?
Gentlemen, can I prevail upon you to provide transportation for myself and my entire company to New Orleans?
Well, yes, I think we can manage it, yes.
Splendid, splendid. Our first-class accommodations will do, of course, for the rest of us, but my star will require the deluxe suite.
Deluxe suite?
Yes.
Well, miracle of miracles, it just so happens that the deluxe suite is available.
Capital, gentlemen, capital.
You just tell us how many there are in your troop. We'll have the fare figured out in no time.
Yes.
Well, naturally, during the trip, we shall require a great many extras. May I suggest you keep a running total of each daily account?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about an awful lot of money.
Yes.
Gentlemen, one doesn't move a company this size without incurring some rather large expenses.
I know, but you wouldn't object to paying in advance, then.
Our usual custom is to settle at the end of each trip.
Well, our usual custom is to collect in advance.
We'd have to insist.
Yes.
Gentlemen, you force me to admit that I haven't got a penny. Now I can understand your need for being cautious. But if one of you will accompany me, I will show you why you need have no doubt of full payment as soon as we reach New Orleans. Shall we?
You're the captain.
You know, I just remembered about that old boy. You know who he is?
Who?
Samson J. Benton, the man who taught P.T. Barnum everything he knows.
That's Benton.
That's him. I seen him selling snake oil hair at his store in Ohio. You know, he can sweet talk the spots off a leopard.
Well, boys, we've got it made. We have got it made. Full fare to New Orleans, plus $500 bonus, plus the band plays in the salon during dinner.
When?
You mean whenever we receive payment? Well, in New Orleans.
What security?
Well, this fat contract that guarantees his show's booking in New Orleans with a payment in advance.
And you're about to snap it up.
Well, of course.
No deal.
Oh, Bill. Bill, you got a lot to learn about this business. Now, you see, there are times when a man has just got to take a chance.
Yes. What makes you think that now is the time to take that chance?
Instinct. When the chips are down, what else has a man got to go on? Instinct, nothing but instinct. Takes years to develop. Years.
I forgot. He has a wonderful instinct.
Yes, sir. My instinct tells me that that man has an honest face.
Well, you just tell your instinct that that honest face belongs to a man named Samson J. Benton.
Samson J. Benton.
Benton, the man who taught P.T. Barnum everything he knows.
Samson J. Benton. There's a sucker born every minute.
Well, that settles it. No cash, no passage.
Mr. Benton.
Yes, Captain. May I present the internationally renowned English Nightingale, our star attraction, Miss Julie Lang. Captain Holden, master of the Enterprise.
Captain? Is everything arranged?
Well, start loading.
Oh, it's beautiful, and those earrings match perfectly.
I think I'll just wear the earrings. The necklace is too flamboyant.
Whatever it is, it's real pretty.
Good evening, ladies. Am I early?
Oh, not at all, Captain.
Excuse me.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
They were given to me by the King of Norway.
No, Miss Lang. I wasn't talking about the necklace. I was referring to you. I don't think the walls of this cabin have ever been graced by such charm, such talent, or such beauty as yours.
Captain, you're sweet. But, whatever happened to that man of action I met yesterday?
Oh, he's right here. No? Did I say something wrong?
Oh, no, you said it beautifully, only... Well, it wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear.
Huh?
You see, Captain, I'm really a very simple woman with very simple needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so tired of being sweet-talked. Shall we go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
honey.
Now, just you want.
Oh, Gabe, it's lovely.
I had it made especially like you.
Oh, I'll knock him in the aisles with this.
Would you care to dance?
I'd be telling an untruth if I said no. Oh, it's lovely out here.
Yes, it certainly is.
What a pity the trip has to come to an end. I could go on sailing like this forever.
Why, give up your career in a theater?
Oh, I enjoy that. There's more to life than taking curtain calls.
Oh, yes, there certainly is.
Captain Holden.
No, call me Gray.
Gray. It takes more than applause to make a woman happy.
Julie, what are you trying to say?
Gray, look at me.
That's not hard to do at all.
What do you see?
I see a very beautiful woman who could have the world at her feet.
That's not what I want out of life. What I'm looking for are the simple things. I want to get out of my gilded cage and be like other people for once.
Well, why don't you?
I'm under contract.
Break your contract.
No, I can't.
Perhaps you could use a lawyer.
Perhaps. There is something I could choose.
What? Well, whatever it is, it's the policy of the Enterprise to fulfill its passengers' every need.
Well, in that case, I could use some sleep. Would you take me to my cabin, Captain?
My pleasure.
Half three.
What does that mean?
Half three? That means safe water.
You make me feel safe.
Oh, yes. Are you all right?
Somebody stole my necklace.
Are you sure?
Yes. There's a thief on board.
The King of Norway gave me that necklace.
You don't seem very concerned, Mr. Blake.
Should I be?
Well, of course he's concerned, Mr. Benton. Now, let's not let our emotions run away with us here. Let's be businesslike about this, shall we? Yeah, let's find out what happened and how it happened. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now then, Julie, was the key ever out of your possession?
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. Yeah. Now, who had it?
You.
I had it?
When we left to go to the main salon, I gave the key to you, and you locked the door.
I did? Oh, yes, of course I did, yeah. Anybody else have it?
Well, when we returned to the stateroom, I gave it to you again, and you unlocked the door. Now, those were the only 2 times.
Oh.
What about another key? Is it possible someone was able to get hold of another key?
No, there's only 1 key per stateroom. Master key to all the cabins is kept in a safe in my office.
I'm sure we don't want this to get out to the newspapers. We want to keep it nice and quiet.
Yes.
Oh, so that's all that's worrying you, eh? The reputation of your boat. Well, let me tell you something, gentlemen. It is my intention to splash this story across the front page of every newspaper in this nation. The lack of protection offered your passengers on this...
Thought you'd get around to the lack of protection given the other passengers.
You seem to have something on your mind besides the other passengers, Mr. Blake. I can sense it.
Only the King of Norway. I just can't help wondering how much that necklace cost him.
Oh. Well, the insurance company had it appraised at $10,000. But you see, it isn't the monetary worth that I'm concerned about. It's the sentimental value.
Well, he wouldn't understand that, Julie. You see, he's got an account book for a heart.
Well, all in all, $10,000 is no small loss.
Yeah.
Oh, but it isn't a loss, Mr. Blake. I just told you the necklace was insured. You see, it's part of my contract with Mr. Benton. All of my valuables while traveling with the show are insured by Mr. Benton.
There, now, does that satisfy you, Bill? Relax, will you? Relax.
All right. What company, Mr. Benton?
I beg your pardon?
What company is the necklace insured with?
What company? Well, you see, Julie, about the insurance.
Oh, Samson, now don't tell me you didn't insure my necklace.
Well, it was this way,
I don't
Julie.
believe it. I just absolutely refuse to believe it.
I couldn't pay the premium. The insurance is lapsed.
How could you?
Well, it was a question of paying the insurance or moving the company to Memphis.
You are a dishonorable man.
Julie, when we open in New Orleans, I'll make it good, I swear.
Oh, now you may be opening in New Orleans, but I'm not. I won't sing. I will not sing 1 note until that necklace is returned to me.
Julie, you can't mean that.
You are a liar, a fraud, a scoundrel.
Oh, Julie, you're not being fair.
Not being fair. Well, now you just listen to me.
Please, Julie, call me anything you like, but lower your voice.
Why? Are you afraid of being embarrassed?
Can't you recognize a publicity stunt when you see one?
I don't know where.
Famous singer's necklace given her by the King of Norway, stolen. Appearing nightly at the Majestic.
You mean there never was a robbery?
I've been telling you that fella in there taught Barnum everything he knows.
Are you saying that they're just pretending that it was robbed?
Can't you get it through your thick head? It's all a stunt. Now look, she had the only key. You locked the door yourself.
Yeah.
Well, how could anyone else get in there?
I don't know, but they got in.
You saw the jewel box.
Yeah.
Well, now, if that necklace was worth $10,000, the rest of the stuff in there could be worth 10 times that much.
So?
Then, if a thief did get in the room, why would he only take the necklace and leave the rest of the stuff?
What kind of a ship are you running where a passenger can't leave her cabin without being robbed? You'd better find that necklace.
Well, it seems to me that's your problem.
It's your problem, too. No necklace, no Julie. No Julie, no booking. No booking, no money. And without money, Captain Holden, may I ask you how you expect to get paid for this trip?
You know, that's quite a problem.
You get after her, and you get her to agree to sing in New Orleans.
What, just like that?
Just like that. She likes you, doesn't she?
Well, yes, that's one thing we both agree on.
Now, will you stop thinking about yourself and start thinking of saving the Enterprise?
You mean save your investment, don't you?
Yours, too. Now, go on. You know you're irresistible.
True. Julie!
Come in. Oh, Gray, I'm so glad you came back. Do you see what all this means?
What means?
Oh, it's fate.
Fate.
I never had the courage before to leave the theater and find out what life is really like. But now I'm free to do all the things I ever wanted to do.
Well, Julie, aren't you being a little hasty?
Hasty?
It will unfair to Benton. See, he stands to lose a great deal of money if you don't sing in New Orleans.
He lied to me, Gray.
He was in a bind, Julie. You have to make allowances.
But principles count for something?
Principle.
Am I wrong in expecting honor in a man?
Honor. No, you're right. How could I ask you to go against your principles? I didn't ask.
You didn't ask?
There's a more dignified way of doing it.
Oh, like peeping in keyholes, huh?
All I gotta do is find out who stole the necklace, that's all.
Can't you get it through your head? That was all a publicity stunt.
Look here, look at this.
What is it?
Little tiny piece of wax. It's like somebody took a wax impression of a key and scraped off on the side of the lawn.
Quit playing detective, will you?
Well, what do you think now?
I think it's robbery.
You think it's robbery? Right there, do you see it?
No.
Oh, it's a little piece of glass right there. Ah, right there. Can't you see it?
No, I can't.
Bend down a little more.
Oh, Gray.
Yeah. I could come back later.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't hear of it, Mr. Blake. Excuse me.
You gonna spend all day like this?
You think of a better way to spend the day?
Yes, we could be looking for whoever made that key to her room.
Yeah, where you been?
I've been up talking with Carney. See if anyone was using the ship's tools.
Any luck?
Nah.
Yeah. See, you know, we've been going about this all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, we've been looking for the thief or the key.
Huh?
No, we should be looking for the necklace. You see, if we find Julie's necklace to her, why, she'll fulfill her obligation to sing in New Orleans, and we will collect our passage fare. Huh?
Sounds fine, but how are we going to go about that?
Well, we're going to search all the cabins of the whole bit and troop.
Why them?
Well, who else would have seen the necklace?
Might be.
Huh?
I don't think any of the passengers saw them, and I know no one in the crew did.
Well, what are we waiting for, boy? Forward!
You know, I'm not surprised we didn't find anything in Gabe's room. For an escape artist, he has a very honest face.
I was the only one taken in by an honest face. Let's see just how honest the tattooed lady is. Pay dirt.
Now, look, why can't we talk out here?
In my stateroom.
Look, nothing could be that secretive.
Could you do such a thing?
Do such a thing? Wait a minute. I don't even know what you're talking about. Why, what right are you in here?
By this right?
Well, get out of here, both of
We
you.
will just as soon as we find out how these got here.
Well, that's simple. I gave them to Billy.
You did? Well, I guess you better come with me, Gabe, up to my cabin. Blake, you better get Miss Lang.
No, wait. He didn't give them to me. He's trying to protect me. I stole it.
She's lying. Why, she never stole a thing in her life.
What was it doing in this shoe in her closet?
And her... Wait a minute. You thought that I stole it. Oh, darling, there isn't anything in the world I wouldn't do for you, but no, I wouldn't steal. You have nothing to worry about. I bought that necklace. Here, give me those. Take a look at that. It's paste. Here, take a look at these. You can buy any one of them for 25 cents a piece. I ought to know. I bought them. Well, it's all I can afford. Billy likes them.
I don't know if it'll help to say we're sorry.
Please, get out of here, please.
You just can't go busting into people's private lives like that. I feel cheaper than that paste necklace.
Can you imagine what the people along the river are going to say when they hear we've been searching the passengers' cabins? Might as well close up shop.
One more incident like that, and I just may do that.
You might. I can't afford to. Most people put their money in banks. But me, I put it all in this boat.
I'll buy you out any time you want, partner. Any time you say the word.
With what? And since you don't have the with what, may I urgently suggest that you persuade that girl to change her mind and sing for us? Because if she doesn't, you and I are both going to end up walking upriver.
Yeah.
Well, where are you going?
Practice my walking.
Oh, Gray, look. How I wish I were one of those people. How simple life must be for them.
Simple, yes, but hardly easy. You know where they're going?
No.
Well, they're probably taking a whole year's potato crop to market. Maybe they'll get $100 tops. And then they'll break up the raft and sell it for lumber.
Why should they break up the raft?
Well, a raft can't float upriver. Then they'll walk home. Maybe take them 2-3 months.
Sounds wonderfully uncomplicated to me. No schedules to meet, no audiences to worry about.
Yes, well, you just asked them if they wouldn't like to trade places with you and ride home on my boat. Speaking of my boat, would you do me a favor?
Of course.
Would you sing in New Orleans?
I'm sorry, Gray, but you know how I feel about that.
Well, if you don't sing, I lose the enterprise.
How could that be?
Well, we have a note due on her when we get back. We were counting on the passage fare to pay it off. Now, if you don't sing in New Orleans, Benton doesn't get paid. And if he doesn't, we don't. And we lose the enterprise.
Well, that's terrible. And yet, losing the enterprise might be a blessing in disguise for you.
Are you kidding? I spent my life on this boat. Years of blood and sweat.
And what did it get you? Financial obligations, worries, responsibilities. What do you need it for?
What would I be without it?
Oh, you'd be free, Gray. That's what you'd be, free. Able to lead the simple life like I want to do, like those people we just saw. Oh, I know they work hard, but I'm sure they don't worry like you do. Oh, Gray, someday you'll thank me for this advice. I just wish I had the courage to follow it myself.
Your instinct has been wrong before.
Yeah, well, that's right this time. I tell you, it's like money in the bank.
That we can use.
She wants a simple, open life so much, well, I'll give her a full portion of it.
Then where's this simple, open life going to occur?
There's a Karen back at Chandler's Creek that she's just going to love. As a matter of fact, she's going to love this full, simple life so much that she won't be able to wait to get back on the boat again and be an opera singer again in New Orleans.
Right behind the trees.
Gray, I'm so excited.
Yeah. You know, I've always wanted to come up here and settle one day.
Aren't you glad I opened your eyes?
Yes, and aren't you glad that I firmed up your courage?
We both have a great deal to be thankful for.
You're both out of your mind. Julie, what's happened to you?
Nothing that shouldn't happen long ago.
She's just discovered her true personality, Mr. Benton. That's all, isn't that right, dear?
Julie, I hate to bring this up, but I have a contract with you.
You broke it.
Speaking of contracts, Mr. Benton, you have one with the Enterprise.
What you're doing, Captain Holden, is inducing a breach of contract. There isn't a court in this land that would uphold your claim.
You don't care about things like that anymore, do you, Gray?
What, things like that? Of course not.
Julie, if you don't care anything about your career, think of your reputation. Going off like this, with him.
Captain Holden is a perfect gentleman. Besides, we're having separate quarters.
Yes, come on, honey. There we are. There we go. Now. And... what do I do after I get through loading the wood? Well, I don't know. Stick around for a little while, huh? This shouldn't take too long. I hope. So do I.
Bye, Julie. Bye.
Come on, honey.
Oh, dear.
There now. Well, how do you like them, huh?
Huh?
The tent. They don't look like much, of course, but they'll keep the rain off until I can chop some of these trees down here and build us a couple log cabins. That'll only take, 3-4 months or so.
3 or 4 months?
What do you got down here? Well, now look at that. See, that looks wonderful. Oh, that reminds me. I'd better go out and find us a buffalo for you to milk before dinner.
Me? Milk a buffalo?
Well, of course. You'll have to do it. You see, I got to go out and check on the trap lines.
Gray, you won't be gone very long.
Oh, no. Don't worry. Around here, only a few of the snakes are poisonous. What's wrong, honey?
That howling.
Oh, well, those are just coyotes, honey. You'll have to get used to those.
I'll never get used to them.
Well, you'll have to. You see, they're our only neighbors. Well, what happened to the stew?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gray, but when I heard that howling, I knocked it over.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. The wilderness takes care of its own. You see, here's our dinner. Well, here, go on, skin it.
You mean we're gonna eat that?
Well, of course, honey. You have never eaten anything until you have eaten muskrat mulligan. Here.
Oh, no. Come in. Oh, Gray, that muskrat. Gray, I'm terribly sorry, but I realize now that the simple life is for you. Not for me.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to it?
Me? Oh, no, never without you.
Oh, no. No, nothing you could say could make me change my mind about that. Oh, but it's not your fault. And it's not my fault either. It just wouldn't work out.
Well, that's the way you want it.
That's the way.
Well, that's that. Now, I suppose you'll be going back to your career now, won't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
Julie, will you do just one little thing for me?
Anything.
Give me a memory that I can keep with me always. Invite me to hear you sing in New Orleans.
Oh, I'm not going to sing in New Orleans. Oh, one thing hasn't anything at all to do with the other. Oh, no, I will not sing in New Orleans until my necklace is returned to me.
But you said that the necklace didn't mean anything to you.
It means $10,000.
But you're rich. You've got 10 times $10,000 in jewelry here, so you take a loss.
I never take a loss.
Yes, well, no, of course not, Julie, of course not. Why, you're too good a businesswoman for that. You're much too practical. But you might lose twice $10,000 if you don't keep that engagement in New Orleans.
Yes, I've given that thought.
Yeah, and what about the show must go on? A trooper like you. All those people just waiting to hear the English Nightingale. It must warm your heart to realize how you'll brighten the drab lives of all those people up and down the Mississippi with your glorious golden voice.
Yes, it does.
Then you will sing in New Orleans?
No.
But...
Oh, the money means a great deal to me. Certainly, the show business tradition does. And my heart goes out to those wonderful people just waiting to hear me sing.
Well, then...
But I won't sing simply because it might benefit that dirty, double-dealing, low-down skunk of a Samson J. Benton.
Well, I don't know.
We gotta do something. We dock in New Orleans tomorrow.
Yeah.
We gotta find that necklace if we have to search every cabin.
No, not that. No, you want to get caught again?
We're gonna have to. We didn't look in all the cabins, remember? Must be something we can do. I got it.
Huh.
If you can get her to sing while all the people are in here, they'll stay here, then no one will catch us back there. Huh?
Yeah, what, is everybody here?
Yeah, I think so. Sure they are.
Well, here goes. You know, you make me feel like a con man.
Well...
Well, Captain Holden, how nice.
You are a ravishing woman. What a beautiful gown that is.
Well, thank you. It does do something for me, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You know, you could do something for me if you wanted to.
Oh?
I'd like to hear you sing. You know, I never have, you know. Now, sing not for Samson J. Benton, but for your humble, admiring admirer, Captain Gray Holden.
Well, now, Captain, since you put it so nicely, how could I possibly refuse? What would you like to hear?
Well, whatever you choose to sing, I'm sure I'll be enchanted by.
I like what I see when I look at you. I do, I do, I do. The very first look that I took at you, I knew, I knew, I knew. The preacher will read from his book to you, making one from two, and 50 years hence it will still be true. I like what I see in you. I like what I see when I look at you. I do, I do. The very first look that I took at you.
Check over here. Check that dresser there.
Making one from two, and 50 years hence it will still be true. I like what I see in you.
Blake! Come here. It's beeswax. Kind the violinists use. Look at that. He's burned a key in it.
Hey, let me see. Beeswax, all right. What the dickens are those?
They're blanks for reeds for clarinet. Every good clarinetist carves his own, see? Look.
Well, look just like a key.
Give me a see that.
How about that? Is it working? Well, salt me for a mackerel.
Took a wax impression of the key and then carved the key out of a reed.
How about that? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go get him.
Oh, no. We want the necklace, not the thief.
Oh, it must be in his cabin.
No, we just searched his cabin.
Well, if it isn't in his cabin, he must have it on him.
Let's go get it. Julie, it was lovely.
What do you think of a man who asks you to sing and then vanishes?
No, I heard every note. You'll never know what it did for me. Bandstand before you were finished that number.
Well, I suddenly felt ill. I needed a breath of fresh air. I'll go back now.
Yeah. Well, could this be what's making you ill?
What is that? You should know. We found it in your cabin. Oh, that's one of my reeds.
Yeah. Perhaps you can tell me how it fits the lock to Miss Lang's cabin.
Does it? I didn't know.
Search him, Bendel.
You bet. You satisfied now?
He doesn't have it on him.
If you gentlemen are through manhandling me, I'm due to play again.
Hey, Mr. Blake, tell me, is it usual for a musician to take his instrument with him every time he leaves the bandstand?
No, I don't believe it is.
No, I don't believe it is either. Mr. Jeffers, I think I'd like to take a look at that clarinet. Well, now. What's that old saying about casting pearls before swine?
I just don't understand it. How could you do this to me? After everything that I've done for you.
What have you done for me? Put me in a monkey suit? Put me on public exhibition?
Monkey suit, that's the finest uniform that money can buy.
That's right. Think of the uniform. I'm trying to tell you that I've got talent. And if I could go to Europe, I might be able to develop that talent, that's all.
But to steal?
Look, I'm no thief. If I wanted to steal, I'd take the whole jewel box. All I wanted was a chance to study, to work.
That necklace was given to her by the King of Norway.
I don't care who gave her the necklace. All I was interested in was, would it get me to Europe?
Well, I'm afraid the only place it's going to get you is to jail. Bill, throw him in the brig.
Leave him alone. He's absolutely right. He could have taken everything. Who's to say whether he was justified or not?
Justified?
Can you look at a man and tell what talent lies within him? What's the King of Norway to me? I want him to have the necklace.
What?
He's to go to Europe and study. Every man deserves the right to bring out the talent that God gave him.
But Julie, this man is a thief.
And what makes him a thief? Only if he takes something that doesn't belong to him. I give him the necklace.
Julie, you can do anything you want with your own property. But he is a thief, and he's going to have to stand trial for attempted murder.
Murder?
Well, of course, he tried to kill us.
Oh, look, if I'd wanted to kill you, I wouldn't have missed. I'm an expert shot. I just wanted to scare you off, that's all.
Well, I'm afraid the only place it's going to get you is into jail. Toss him in the brig, Bill.
Jeffords, I'll talk to the captain. Gentlemen, if either one of you prosecutes, I won't sing in New Orleans. Captain Holden, I think you should get something out of all of this.
Oh, well, we'll get our fair passage. Julie, that'll be sufficient.
But I want to reward you.
You do? Well, you don't really have to, you know.
With my compliments. A pass to tonight's performance.
I bet it won't be as good as the performance she gave on board.